All right,
let's quickly move away from that. By the way, grab a copy and you find more stories there. One more, Uyo local government chairman inaugurates live touching projects in communities. One would at first, instance, commend the local government chairman, but now what is just worrisome is that the definition of live touching projects, especially when you have some local government chairmen come out to brand a project as life-touching
project,
is now not really clear. It's becoming a bit blurry, because you have projects that
even
at the end of it, it has nothing to do with the improvement of the living of that person, and it is brandished as life-touching. So either way, if this project is indeed life-touching, commendations to the local government chairman. We understand there was a compassionate home built by him. So, one would say this is a project that's been executed by the governor across the...
local government chairman.
But that's what the numbers say now.
Yeah, okay. To go for to whom much is given, much is expected. There's room for improvement. There's room for the chairman to do more. But it took for the walking kung fu. Some boken am ya can naked. Some for a pekana chairman who you. Say for Namia, me we my one and create. Oh, Kate, go say Iba, immediate mono wake go chairman, you. The former governor Mbogudu Manole, Oyuni governor ta. Those people ain't no excuses. Say take it out through Iba Iran through the cost of living Iba, the cost of executing a project taking young Ibantum. So instead for cabinet to go for Cabora at that time for to project young 2 women in Sekabenam. There are many local government chairmen, it was your mother, it will no scorecard for. We can Nino.
Nothing to show for.
We can Nino. It's just that the oversight function. The
that's a different conversation.
Yes, again, I'm young at the Toro.
Stelling performance.
Umia way to okay. Monoina and Teddy of one Monak be to okay. Even can need to because of my the evidence. Kisong. It will go woman. So external person, I'm a Todi. It will go, about the Fudini. Eteronian de Toitiava, Ketun de Toitiavaro. Iba wouldn't know a tero. Afon ye ndimo. Then I won't finish
from outside.
I won't finish the best father.
A good man.
So far, can I'm going to on the top. How can 7 of your children, 7 over 7, will go for fun? So that's the problem. House of Assembly might get take twice. Okay, and I'm life touching project is doing well. Then when I will see back at local government, I won't say. We get them boss and
they find the team where they
and
that's why there's always, whenever we have the argument of is a local government chairman performing or not, it's best to leave that conversation to the experience of the people of that local government area. So that's why I missed, despite the fact that the Constitution grants the House of Assembly the powers to engage on oversight functions. They should even be the ones to ask questions, as to how far the projects have impacted lives of the people beyond going to see what's it called? You see a facelift of council. You say, this is very beautiful, good to see.
Refurbished lodge.
And you give commendations,
and it maybe
you get
maybe advice, or they were no secretary, or they were no a leader.
Exactly. So you question the projects. If a local government chairman says, we want to create website, you ask, right? If he says we want to build roads, you ask questions. If he says, we want to gift women in the community farming implements, be tools, equipment, as it were.
No grants.
It wants to give money. To what extent? What is the implementation model for this money to be given to these women? Not.
Are you sure? Okay, the real people, the real women, the real people for target about this particular money.
So,
but for the local government chairmen or chair ladies that are doing well, you need to do more, because just like the president is able. I'm trying. There's room for improvement. Yes. Cool for me, them get from because every day, you feel what people are feeling.
That's right.
Maybe you want their immediate needs Afo nama and I'm need assessment before fokenam projects. Ubu ko ke local government chairman amko. Ake no irong mo ngasang kwa.
Okay.
Whereas it was a problem, you know, for you know, need assessment to your me. See, now
well, let's quickly get onto the national scene, but it's important to state that local government chairmen must sit up. No finish for the one who they do now. For those who are doing well, by doing well, I mean who are being commended by their people for doing well. Kudos to you.
External endorsement.
Kudos to you, but you know, you and I, we know that there is room for more. In fact, if we bring in the conversation of the numbers that come into your coffers
every month,
then you know that there is more to be done. Regardless, on the national scene, NBA folds EFCC as Osun account freeze sparks road. That's the lead story on the Punch newspaper. There's been a handful coming from Osun State, especially as we have just about 9 days to the elections.
August 15,
right there in Osun State. The state governor has been blowing hot following that decision by the EFCC to freeze the accounts of the state government. And the EFCC yesterday came out with a statement sort of explaining why that decision was taken. But before that, let's quickly listen to part of the conversations or statements made by the governor.
All I ask is for the EFCC chairman to explain to the good people of Osun State and to the Nigerians in general why he froze Osun State government account and show proof to support whatever reason he presents.
We woke up with a melodrama from the Economic and Financial Crime Commission to put a PND on the statutory account of the state. And this is the main account that we use to pay people's salaries, workers' salaries, pensioners, teachers, as well as the healthcare service providers.
It's for the EFCC chairman to explain to the good people of Osun State and to the Nigerians in general why he froze Osun State government account and show proof to support whatever reason he presents.
So that the latest of statements from the governor as it regards that. By the way, he's also said, look, as a result of the development, Osun State cannot afford to go back to the era of half salaries. That's on the one hand. The EFCC, later on, came up with the why that the governor has been asking for.
Right?
In very clear terms, the EFCC is saying that, look, we were compelled, to address this concern. There's been an investigation going on about the Osun State government since March this year.
2026, yeah.
And it had to do with the alleged fraudulent handling of ecology funds, of intervention funds, and federal allocation committee account, to the tune of 11 billion naira only. So EFCC says that, look, to that end, some officials of the state government, especially the accountant general of the state, had some interview sessions with the investigators of the EFCC. And they say that the investigations would have not warranted any placement of post no debit order on its account, right? But for the precipitate and unwarranted movement of funds, in their words, from account to the different suspicious accounts since August 2. That's 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Right? They're saying, look, there's some movement of money from the account to some accounts, different and suspicious accounts precisely, right? So the commission says it noticed some suspicious huge transfers, huge in quote, of funds into different corporate entities. So they had to swiftly halt that trend by freezing the account from which these heavy funds were being moved.
So the Osun State government, and I have a proper explanation of EFCC
exactly
who they collect this big money. Then again, any opinion that Kero accuse President Bola Tinubu, they go back on more, sir, It really gonna
Now,
succeed.
let's look at this a bit deeper than it is, right? Now, the EFCC is saying that it's more of a preventive mandate that they're on, and that the commission cannot just sit down, fold their arms while the state government's account is being pillaged, and all of that statement. You've had the many commentaries on this particular development. Now, one of them has to do with the timing at which the EFCC is getting this done. Some people have said, oh, why now of all the times? Some others have asked, why not now? Let's not forget that the Constitution grants the EFCC powers, to execute functions of this sort. But we've had lawyers still in a bit to look at how right
even NBA, I say body.
This was executed. Some have gone as far as asking that, why was there no warrant precisely, if at all? This was done according to the law, right? I've seen a number of lawyers, even here in Akwa Ibom State, say that, look, by the law, the EFCC ought to have gone to court to obtain an order to freeze,
granting them permission before more
the allocation account of Osun State. That freezing it without the order of court makes that action unlawful and regrettable. That's part of the argument out there. Now, some other people have said, look, this oozes of selective implementation of the law, right? Because they say that there are some other governors who find themselves in certain or similar situations, and for some reason the EFCC has the grace to wait till they are done with their tenure, and then they go after them. Some people say the EFCC might have as well waited for the governor of Osun State to finish before coming to ask about the monies that are huge sums moved from the state account to some suspicious accounts, corporate accounts, precisely. And then there is the political perspective to the conversation that has people now talking about what transpired and what led to the governor finding himself in the Accord party. Some say, could it have been that if the governor was in APC following his first shot at the party, is it possible that the EFCC would have, frozen the accounts or beamed the searchlight on him right now? Some others have gone ahead to ask that, what about the likes of Yahaya Bello, who was the governor, who is now, as a matter of fact, making plans to go to the Senate. What happened to that particular situation? And concerns of that sort. You take your mind back to a few days ago where Governor Adeleke was calling on Mr. President and said,
allow
look,
free and fair
allow free and fair elections. Some say that might have come off as a little bit of embarrassing for a governor, owing to the fact that if he had stood his grounds, don't forget, there had been some sort of argument as to why the governor was celebrating the president, dancing and rejoicing, and even promising to support him, despite being a member of the Accord party, for another term. And it seems as though, as they say, that all of that was done to elicit some kind of favor from Mr. President, maybe in times like this. But somehow that favor, there is a school of thought still under the political leanings of this conversation that this might be, irrespective of the intentions, right, of the EFCC, whether good, that at the time it is happening, it comes off as some kind of political
victimization.
Witch hunting per se, even though that might not be the case. That it comes off as that, owing to the fact that the time at which it is happening,
just
and the knowledge of the fact that, whether we like it or not, governors of this state or governors of this federation, somehow there's been heaps of allegations that they run elections with money from the coffers of government.
You go their personal money.
So this might be a way, according to the conversations, right, the perspectives out there, of strangulating, of tightening the nozzle on Governor Adeleke's plan to run the elections. Some others have said, look, he's well to do so, even if you go ahead with that.
I
I wonder what your thoughts are, though. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This world is not my home.
The family of Elder Chief Enefiok Nyong, SP retired of Ikot Ekaide, Ikwek Afarabong, Abak local government area of Akwa Ibom State, announces the funeral arrangement of our beloved mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, late Deaconess Grace Enefiok Nyong, aka Maitam, aged 69. Funeral arrangement, Sunday 2nd August 2026, opening of Morning House, Wednesday 5th August, Night of Tribute, stroke service of songs, at the Truth and Life Church International, number 8, Itam Close, off Eka Street, Uyo, Friday 7th August, Memorial Golf Kitty at Ibom Golf and Country Club, time 7:30 a.m. Funeral service holds on Saturday 8th August at 10 a.m. to be conducted by the Truth and Life Church International. Burial takes place at St. Andrew's Primary School, Ikwek Afarabong, along Ikotekpene Road, Abak local government area. Ifiok Udobot, son, announcer.
Mommy, Daddy, I love my school. My teachers help me learn, play, and become the best every day.
At Foreshore International Schools, excellence is our culture, with modern science laboratories, more equipped libraries, spacious playground, reliable school bus services, and dedicated team of instructors. Every child is prepared for a successful future.
Wow! Admission is now in progress into crèche, preschool, nursery, grade, and secondary school.
Entrance examination holds every Thursday at 10 a.m. Admission forms are available at the school premises at the cost of 5,000 naira.
Visit Block H behind Judiciary Quarters off Idangeset Nkanga Avenue, opposite Hensek Yard, Ring Road 3, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
Email us at foreshoreinternationalschools@gmail.com. Visit our website www.foreshoreinternationalschools.com.
Foreshore International Schools, soaring academic excellence.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to UIO.
Yo, why travel thousands of miles when the best fashion deals are right here in your city? China has duplicated itself in Uyo. Get your luxury and quality fashion wears at Sanaza Global Venture. From quality baggy jeans for just 10,000 naira to well-packaged foreign t-shirts for as low as 1,500 naira. Quality handbags for just 10,000 naira. Trendy adult wears, children's outfits, unisex fashion, footwear, and the latest collections to upgrade your wardrobe. Visit us today at Sanaza Plaza, number 227 Oran Road by Timber Markets Junction, Uyo. We deliver worldwide. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 0810-320-0193 or 0701-994-6736 to place your order or join our wholesale group for daily updates on our latest arrivals. Sanaza Global Venture, where quality meets affordability every single day.
The future isn't waiting, and neither should you. Project New Nigeria is empowering young Nigerians to lead, vote, and build the nation they deserve. Through voter education and educational support, we are reminding every student that your PVC is your voice, your power, and your future. Powered by the vision of its founder, Samuel Kali Inzidi, Project New Nigeria has already awarded 500 full tuition scholarships, invested 40 million naira in education, and presented 42 iPads to students across the Niger Delta. Akwa Ibom State, get ready. Project New Nigeria is coming to the University of Uyo on Thursday, 6th August by 1 p.m., bringing 200 full tuition scholarships, laptops, iPads, and opportunity that can transform lives. Don't miss this opportunity to be informed, inspired, and empowered. Project New Nigeria, empowering students, inspiring leaders, building a new Nigeria.
The world has moved from celebration of certificates to impact and ideas. At Danny Joy International Schools, we are determined to raise critical thinkers, world leaders, and change agents. We are equipped with leading-edge facilities with determination to nurture a total child in an environment where a child is free to grow and explore with our advanced chemistry, biology, physics, ICT hub, music hub, sporting facilities, and much more. Admission is ongoing for boarding secondary secondary students. We are located along Waniba Road after Ibom Hotel and Golf Resort, Ifyayong, Uruan, Akwa Ibom State. For more inquiries, call 081-0364-9175 or 0808-824-8176. Danny Joy International Schools. Honesty in learning is our legacy.
Good morning. We're bringing you mornings like you've never heard.
More music, more news, more entertainment, and more fun. Weekdays from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m.
The XL Super Breakfast Show.
The XL Super Breakfast Show.
Only on XL 106.9 FM.
Good morning, everybody.
And what a beautiful morning it is.
Let's get started, shall we?
Starting your day the right way.
With the XL Super Breakfast Show.
On XL 106.9 FM.
Welcome back, Akwa Ibom State. Thank you very much for staying with us. And of course, this is the Super Breakfast Show. IJ and Isidok Banda here. We've been looking at a number of headlines and major conversations in the country as of today. And Osun State topping the chart on that conversation and the recent developments regarding the freezing of the accounts
of the state government
and the EFCC's explanation.